something for my brother?
Sure.
Yo, come on, man. Happy birthday, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Happy birthday out here, man. Come on, man. Happy birthday. Man,
Yes,
happy
sir.
birthday to your brother, man. I'm going to have some libations for you there, black man. Yo, happy birthday, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, let me tell you what, man. It's only for a few months, but if it's only for a few months, Reg and I are the same age. So right now, cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you, black. Cheers to you, black man. You know what I mean? That 39 is real. Welcome. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, that's that next step, man. That's that next step.
Yeah,
Adjusting your balls every 2 seconds. Yeah.
You got
your balls was dropping. All right, let's get started, man. Welcome to the Original Podcast. I'm your host, DJ OOG. We got Twix in the mix to my left. We got D Jones to the right. We got Are You Serious right below me, and below me to the next to Are You Serious, we got Scooby in the building. Now, y'all know we also call each other by our real names every now and then. I don't know your real name, Twix, so we just gonna call you Twix forever. Sometimes it's Dez, sometimes it's Reggie, sometimes it's Nita, Neatbutt, Scooby, whatever. It's the Original Podcast. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing, man?
Hey. Totally blessed.
Come on, man. You know what today is, Deal Double?
Today is a special podcast day. D Jones, what's today's day, man?
Come on, man. It's my brother's birthday. We have some libations for him, man.
Yes, happy birthday, Martin Luther King. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther the King, you know what I mean?
Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday today. Oh, no, you want to talk about him. Are You Serious, right? It's your birthday. Hey,
absolutely. Come on.
Are you serious?
Come on, man. Talk about, man. You looking fresh with the cut over there?
Man.
He getting so old.
You just got a cut?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
He looking fresh. He looking
fresh.
Yes, sir.
Got a little gray coming in. Hey, you know, Are You Serious has had
a lot of gray.
He's had gray in his hair since he was maybe 6 years old, I think.
I was gonna say since he was little. Wisdom.
Yeah, he's
always had gray in my hair.
Yeah, since he was 6 years old. It's your birthday today. It's a real one's birthday. You share the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. And to us, man, you just as important as he is, man. So,
well, happy birthday to Linda as well. It's Linda Hall's birthday.
Shout out to Linda Hall.
Ron.
Who's Linda Hall?
That's my cousin. That's that's Dwight's sister.
Dwight's sister.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, Linda. It's also Tamiko's son's birthday. D.
Happy birthday, D.
And
then it's LaRon's birthday as well. LaRon Gordon, Sean's brother, my brother-in-law. So yeah, his birthday is today too. So
yo, shout out to that brother too, man.
That is awesome.
Hold on, that's weird though. That's crazy. Everybody sharing birthdays.
Yep. So
we'll make sure
that's kind of awesome. Maybe that's why she fell in love. You have some of the characteristics she grew up around.
So you know,
I don't know about that.
Only the greats share birthdays with other greats. Are You Serious definitely shares birthdays with all of those people and Martin Luther King Jr. I happen to share a birthday with the greatest rapper ever, Tupac Shakur. Not the same year, of course, but the same day.
You talking about the brother that was in the tub?
I thought you were talking about the brother that died on March 9th.
Hey, fam, don't be disrespecting Pac, okay? For
We'll
real. California love, okay?
I thought you were talking about the brother with the leather jacket. My bad. Leather vest, excuse me.
We gotta have that conversation.
He had a nose ring and all of that. Yeah, he's still a gangster though. Tupac, the thug OG god.
Did Tupac have bars though? Or was he more relatable? Hey, real quick, hot take.
No,
this is a hot take. Hot take. Mary J. Blige and Tupac, I kind of put in the same category. And here's why. I do not believe Mary J. Blige can sing. I don't believe she can sing that well. However, I do believe she makes really relatable music. Same thing with Pac. Pac didn't have bars. Was he nice? Yes. Did he have bars? No. But he also just made super relatable music. Let me tell you what, I ain't never heard a nigga rhyme NME and Hennessy more than Pac, right? Like, so, like, I get it. Like, he's not, like, he's not whack, right? Let me be clear. He's not whack.
He's got a baby. But Brenda barely can spell her name. Come on, man. Brenda's got a baby. You ain't
It's
never...
it's relatable.
It's relatable.
The bars.
It's relatable.
I agree.
No,
Mary J.
there's no
Blige
bar.
can't
The
sing.
bars.
Pac has
Brenda's
balls.
got a baby. But Brenda can barely spell her name. A damn shame. Come on, man.
Those are bars.
Come on, man.
Those are bars.
Do y'all
on,
know
man.
who I share a birthday with?
Who do you share a birthday with?
Biz Markie.
Oh,
Rest
rest in
in
peace
peace,
So
to
you
Biz
say
Markie.
she's just a friend.
Rest in
Hey,
peace, Biz Markie.
yep,
Rest in
yep.
peace to be
D.
nobody.
Jones, we're not gonna
Okay.
entertain this Tupac slander. Do you share a birthday with anybody though?
Absolutely.
Who you share a birthday with? Famous.
So Vincent?
Who?
Yep. Okay. So yeah, we share it together.
Twix?
So
Chris, when's your birthday?
Do you share a birthday with somebody famous? No.
Nah,
Twix,
man.
when's your birthday?
Me, July 31st.
July 31st.
July. I'm gonna
Hey.
find out.
Hey, I'm
You got the same.
I'm the famous one. They share my
There
birthday.
you
They
go.
share
I
your
like
I don't
birthday.
share the birthday with them. Shit. Yeah.
Yes, you'll share
Yeah.
the same birthday as Demi Moore. You good?
Demi Moore.
Hey,
July
Wesley
31st.
Snipes is July
Birthday, huh?
31st.
Oh, well, there we go.
He be
And
trying to
Mark
bite you.
Cuban.
Appreciate
Mark
you, brother.
Cuban.
You got Demi
Mark
Moore.
Cuban, he got bread. So you got, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Right.
They
Okay.
almost as famous as you, Twix.
You
You
know-
right.
Yeah, they
Kenny
all know.
Rogers, does Kenny Rogers?
Oh, yo, shout out to Kenny Rogers. Real talk.
Usain Bolt. You got a lot of people. Retta
on.
Divine. You good?
Hey,
Hold on,
okay.
did we just go from Martin Luther King to Usain Bolt, fam?
And Loretta Devine.
And Loretta Devine. Hey, is that the
And
girl
Biz
from the
Markie.
PJs? Well, we definitely want to say happy birthday to you, man. And
Yes, my
and we
brother.
love you, man. And you know, I hope you have a wonderful experience. You know, people say just your 39th time around the globe or your first becoming or all of that. Mom would tell the story of when you was born. It's not as quite as interesting as my birth story, but you know, Mom would always tell your story when you was born. So we just want to say happy birthday to you. We love you. Hope you enjoy your day.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you enjoy that knock on the door? Did you think I was over there for real? Or I
No,
didn't.
not at all.
You didn't.
Not at all. But I appreciate the food.
You
I
are
really
welcome.
do. Thank you. I
Oh.
do.
All right,
I
and
wish I
but
coulda
we
got
would
there.
be remiss if we didn't shout out Martin Luther King Jr. and what he's done for this country, though. Right or wrong, left or right, you know what I'm saying? The impact that he's had on
White
Black
man
people.
scapegoat. I appreciate him.
Yes,
Lord.
shout
They
out.
hated him when he was alive, but they loved him when he died.
They did.
Appreciate it.
They
He became
killed him.
money.
Once
Yeah,
they killed
he-
him, he wasn't a threat no more, right? Right.
He was
And it's-
money. He can do money.
And
I
you
don't
know,
think they got to give it to us as a holiday.
what's interesting about Martin Luther King Jr.'s death, too, is the first time the United States government has ever kind of implemented themselves. And I kind of want to ask you, Des, but I don't want to ask you because I don't want to ask you. But I want to ask you your opinion. Right? Because I don't want you, you know what I'm saying, getting in trouble or coming to shoot me one day in my sleep. So we're just going to tread lightly.
Mhm.
Do you think the government had anything to do with Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination?
Let's be clear. Absolutely.
The government said they had something to do.
Right.
Yeah, they did. They did. I just
You
want
don't
to
have to
ask.
have an opinion
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely. 1,000%. You know what's so interesting, and I'll try not to get off on a tangent. And I don't know if they changed this, but how in the world do they have a building named after J. Edgar Hoover? Right? Like the FBI building is named after J. Edgar Hoover, which is incredibly problematic. If you go back and look at the history of J. Edgar Hoover and the things that he did and the people that he targeted, and even if we never mind that, just the person who he is as in his character is absolutely insane. So I just bring that up in terms of, Martin Luther King was somebody that he was also targeting, and you know what I mean, and that he had files on. So,
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Have we never, we talk about North Carolina, California, Minnesota. I've never lived nowhere else other than Missouri, Kansas City. Des, though, you seem you in the Army, so you've lived a little bit of everywhere. And I remember episode 1, you saying you've been to almost all the states.
all the lower 48 I've been to.
You've been to every lower 48 state. What's your favorite state?
what we're talking about, right? Like,
No.
let me be clear, right? Like, if we talking about food, if we talk about food, the type of food I like, right? Which is what
Mississippi,
which I call that slave food, right? That soul food, right?
Right.
There's not too many places that is fucking with the city. Mississippi is by far, shout out to you, Reg, because you already know, right? By far, one of my favorite places to go to eat, right? Outside of that, Virginia, VA Beach is dope. Atlanta and its suburbs is dope. And why those two are dope, man, is that those were, especially coming from Minnesota, right? Like, those were two of the first places I seen Black excellence in abundance, right? Like everything was Black there. Like, everything. Nigga, you go to Target, everybody in there Black. You go here, you know what I mean? Like you see the Black bourgeoisie, right? Like, you see the Black upper class, like these places, those are the first two places I went to where I'm like, yo, this is kind of dope. You know what I mean? Just in terms of just seeing Black people on that level and the abundance of us on that level. If you're looking for women, I'll be honest with you, there's not too many places that's messing with South Florida or LA. Right?
I don't agree with you on that one.
Okay, talk to me.
Because it's a type of woman that you're looking at, and I don't really find that my type. So those type of women in LA specifically, like, I'm not attracted to that type. You already know that type. The fake everything. They look and they need a sandwich. They ditzy.
I tell you what,
they always look like they lost. That's what LA is.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'll make this quick.
Huh? What? Everything is surprising. What? The water turns on? Huh?
Oh my gosh. You have to drive your own car?
The very first time I came down here was, I want to say 2014, right? I came down here in 2014 with my last job, right? So my last job in the Army, what I did was I toured the country, right? So that's how I was able to see all lower 48 states, right? So I would be in a different city, in a different state every single week. Like, I curated and created the Army's national anti-bullying presentation, right? So after I created it, what I did was I went across the country to high schools all across the country, just giving my anti-bullying presentation. Neither here nor there. With that being said, when I came down here in 2014, oh my Lord, let me tell you what, I went to Subway. Son, I ain't never seen a sandwich artist that bad in my life. Ever. Right? I told Reg.
7 feet tall? 6, 7 feet tall? You like him tall?
I mean, yeah, I do. But she was, I'm talking about, like, if you're looking for women, South Florida, LA, I don't think there's too many places that can really compete with that. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, there's mad Spanish people down here, right? And when I was trying to talk to her, she didn't really understand me. You know what I mean? So I gave her a little bit of Spanish that I did know. You know what I mean? I told her, like, I want you to be my little abuela. You know what I mean? And she just looked at me and laughed. You know what I mean? I didn't end up pulling her. But if you're looking for a woman that's that, if you're looking for, like, clean, just a dope ass city, nothing compares to Minneapolis. And I've been all across this country. Nothing compares to Minneapolis. Like,
the reason why I asked you, Jones, and you said your favorite states were Virginia and Mississippi, right? As far as most Virginia, Mississippi, as far as racial diversity goes in America, I think the reason why you say California, or people say California is in race, because it's the most diverse state in the union. So out of all the 48 states, California is the #1 in racial diversity. And then #2 is Texas and Hawaii. New Jersey and New York follow. The least diverse states in the United States of America, top 5.
yes.
West Virginia is the least diverse state, followed by Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Montana. The highest population of Black people in the United States of America, they live in Mississippi. So when you said the food in Mississippi, that's crazy because
fire.
That's the highest population. More Black people live per capita in Mississippi than any other state. It's not.
All right, but you want to know what? Everybody I've ever met in the Army, this is real talk. Everyone I've ever met in the Army who is from Mississippi all tell me the exact same thing. I'll never go back there ever in life. Right? Mm-hmm. They all say, hey, I joined the Army to get the fuck up out of there. Like I've never met. Like, let me tell you, for instance, people from Texas that I've met in the Army rep super hard for Texas, right? Whether it's Dallas, whether it's San Antonio, whether it's whatever, El Paso, whatever, right? Like, so, yes, like cats from Texas, like you ask them, yo, what you gonna do after the Army, or what you gonna, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm going back to Texas, right? Like, cats from Texas rep hard. Cats from Mississippi, every ones I've talked to, you can't pay them. You can't pay them to go back to Mississippi.
I wonder why that is.
Because they're time warps, right? Even when I was in Mississippi, I felt like, yo, do y'all niggas know what year it is? Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas in Mississippi was like mad time warp. Like, it's almost like they got stuck at a particular like year or era. It just stayed there. You know what I mean? It's. I would not recommend anybody to go live in Mississippi. However, if you want like some turkey necks, nigga, I got some fire ass ham hocks, some greens, some mac and cheese, like
pig feet.
Oh boy, I had some fire pig feet in Mississippi.
Pig
right?
feet there?
Yes. Hey, and let me tell you what.
Wait, you eat pig feet?
Negative.
Shit disgusting.
Negative.
So used to eat them things.
I tear some pig feet up now. Brittany, let me ask you something. Brittany. Are you eating just anybody mac and cheese? Like, what is something like you just ate about, or you're not about to just eat anybody's up?
No, I don't eat anybody mac. I don't eat anybody food, period. I usually just eat my food. And when I go out to restaurants, I be like, oh, it's okay, but you need salt, or you need pepper, or you need this.
But how you know you don't like it unless you try it? How you know you don't like it unless you try it?
Sometimes you can look at the person.
No, you can't look at nobody
No, play.
No, you can't look at nobody.
I can't eat everybody's food.
No, play.
You look at me, you think I could cook until I get in that.
I cannot eat everybody's food.
I just eat good. I don't cook good. I eat good. It's a difference.
No, look, you can't eat everybody's potato salad. That's just period. You can't eat everybody's red velvet.
Yeah, so I'll look at the person and be like, no.
You just can't.
But how do you know it ain't good until you try it? You ain't never had potato salad with raisins in it? It's excellent.
Yes, that nigga Reg made it for me. And that shit wasn't bad.
I never ate potato salad with raisins. Like, them ain't raisins, them is roaches.
First and foremost, I've never made potato salad. Let's be clear.
Hey,
Robin makes potato salad.
Either. My wife do. I ain't never cooked.
Never made it.
Reg be the first one to tell you, I really don't be really rocking with that type of food. Like, every time, like, I'd be like, Reg, how about these big pieces of goddamn turkey necks? He's like, nigga, I don't even try to eat that shit.
I'm free. I got a social security card. I don't need to eat like that.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna go around everybody. What's something that you eat, right? That or some food. It ain't even got to be food. Something that you eat that everybody else probably be like, ugh. And I'm gonna start with Nita because we all know hers used to be chalk.
Yeah.
She used
to that's not food.
Baking powder and chalk. She used to eat baking powder and chalk.
Cornstarch
and chalk. And
I was gonna say that, so that would be my food. I
no
longer eat it. Yeah. Every once in a while, I want to eat it. I'll look at it and have to walk away. because it caused me like a drug. But cornstarch, you put a little water in that cornstarch, you stir it up, you put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. Freezer makes it chunky, so you can break it up and eat it. Put it in the refrigerator, and it makes it where you
Sounds
can spoon it.
disgusting. That sounds
It's
disgusting.
when I tell y'all, you know how you go to the grocery store, you buy your case of pop. I would go and buy a case of cornstarch.
All right, Jones, what's your favorite thing to eat that everybody else would be like, that's disgusting? Other than pig feet.
Outside of pig feet, you want to know what I used to do? Is when I was in college. Yo, first of all, shout out to Fergus Falls. When I was in college, I used to make this thing called meat salad.
Meat salad. I already knew you
Meat salad, right?
Can y'all tell I know this dude or no? Meat salad.
What is that?
Oh man.
What's tuna salad?
Great question, Rex.
It's tuna and eggs.
So
Switch it up with ground beef.
there you go. I used to brown ground beef, put it in a bowl, not drain all the fat out of it, throw some mayonnaise in there, maybe some salsa in there, salt, pepper. Brendan, nigga, you just said you eat cornstarch. Don't make that face. Like, that's
You
not
just
fair,
said
right?
you're not
Like,
draining the meat out
Hey,
of
hold
the
on.
hamburger.
Hey,
Your
I did that.
stomach. Wait, no.
I've literally ate meat salad though. It's part of the keto diet.
there you go.
Yeah.
Nick, and that was
Just
back.
ground some ground beef and throw it on top of a salad. Nigga, boom.
Nigga,
And that should
whoa,
taste
No,
good.
not salad. There's no lettuce in what he's
There's
talking
zero
about.
lettuce. There's zero lettuce in it.
That's why I said
Nigga,
it's like tuna salad.
Yeah, nigga, it was ground beef, put in a bowl. I put some mayonnaise in it, nigga, some salsa, some salt, some pepper, and just kind of twirled it around, and then just ate ground beef.
That's
And we talk
called a mushy piece of meatloaf.
We talk about that 80-20 beef. Shit, some days it might be 70-30 beef. Like,
Good. Okay, Twix, what you eat that everybody else be like,
And I'm gonna be 100% honest, man. Nothing. I ain't got nothing that I eat that's weird.
ever in life?
I'm
Ever
a
in
pick,
life?
no,
Right, yeah.
I'm a picky eater, man. Like I always been like that. Like certain shit I ain't gonna eat. You know what I mean? And you know, I done watch aunties eat cornstarch and baby pot and
Ugh.
Red
chew
clay.
ice and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And now
Mhm.
that's used to be like, if I'm earning with my cornstarch, you know, we put cornstarch in the spray bottle
Mhm.
to earn our pants with. And it's like, if I'm using this to earn with, like, why would you be? So a lot of that just threw me off, you know what I'm saying? But I always been like an observant person, man. Like I sit in the corner and just watch. And I was always that kid, you know what I'm saying? And that actually got me a long ways in life. Like a lot of shit I never tried, a lot of shit I never, cause I done seen it. But just when you watching some people for so long, it's like, yeah, now I know for sure not to go that route or don't do that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was bad, but I knew the limits on being bad to, you know, not go overboard. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think I got nothing crazy. I say, if y'all call this nasty, I used to scramble eggs and I used to eat my eggs with ketchup in.
That's
Nigga, it's normal.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
yeah.
That's
That's about the
disgusting.
nastiest, you know what I'm saying? You try that now, people will probably look at me crazy. But yeah, when I was a shorty, that was probably something that I did. I think my little sister probably still do that to this day. I don't know.
Eat ketchup with their eggs.
Yeah, for sure.
You ain't the only person to do that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do it though. Are you serious? What you got that you eat that's
I'm
nasty?
thinking, like, I guess the only thing I used to do a lot, and I tapered down, is the hot dogs. So I was that 2 for 2 dude at SA after work. I'm coming to work from Foot Locker. I go to SA, fill up my tank, and give me a 2 for 2 hot dog and call it a day. And now I'll just go to Costco and get some of them. What I won't do is touch that Costco pizza because that's nasty. But I'll mess around with them hot dogs and I'll eat them hot dogs in Costco because they about $1.50 and they about 8 feet tall, 8 feet long. And you be full off of one dog and call it a day. So that's my thing.
Can I shout something out right quick? I'm sorry, I usually say. Yo, let me tell you what. When I had moved out of the spot on Lake Street, let me tell y'all what. When that nigga Dollar lived there with you, when DOW lived with you, y'all niggas had the illest hot dog and sausage game in the freezer that I've ever seen. Right? I would pull up and open the freezer and the Frigidaire, right? And y'all niggas had the illest hot dog and snack motherfucking shit I've ever seen in life. So, yo, shout out to y'all. Y'all shit was real over there. Y'all had mad hot dogs and sausages.
Pause.
Definitely.
Pause. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little hot link, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Mad hot links in there.
Okay, the weirdest thing that I've ate in my life probably got to be toilet paper.
We didn't actually swallow it though.
I used to chew on toilet paper.
You used to chew it like gum
all the time. I used to love the taste of toilet paper, man. That's weird.
Yeah. I remember
y'all's toilet paper in my
clean though, not used toilet paper.
It would take one square and we would chew it.
Yeah.
I remember because I would do it too with you because I saw you do it. And we would chew it like gum.
And
so we wouldn't
spit it out.
swallow it. We wouldn't
For
swallow
wait, until what age?
No, until it gets hard.
No,
How old were you
How
when
old?
you did? Oh, like
I think
10.
I think I stopped when I was like maybe 14, 15 years old. I think I was,
Yeah.
I didn't go past.
I didn't go that far.
Nigga, you in high school, nigga.
Yeah, I didn't go. I
was in
think
college eating chalk.
about 9th grade. I think 10th grade. I think I was done with it. After I got my first girlfriend, I think I was done with that. Maybe 10th grade. Yeah, but before that,
I do remember that. I do remember that because I would do it because I saw you doing it.
Yeah, we talked about the diversity of the first 48 states, right? We talked about West Virginia being the least diverse, California being the most diverse, and they just go off for that. And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? I wish everybody be diverse. But did you know, and it's a simple fact, a little known fact, then we're gonna move on, that the African American or Black race is only 12.4% of America, but we are the second highest individual race in America, or heritage, family background, right? So you know they count Norwegian, Swedish, German, all of them. What is the #1 background in America? And then it's African American or Black. And you know, I think it's unfair because they probably just lump every Black person in the category of Black. Even Africans, they just lump them in African American. So that's probably why we #2. But can you guys guess who's #1?
Hispanics, Latin.
Nope.
Somalians now?
It's a country. So it's a country that people are from.
England?
Nope.
Australia.
Nope.
Sweden.
Nope.
Nigeria.
Nope.
Somalia.
Chinese.
Didn't I say Somalian already?
Chinese motherfuckers, ain't it?
Chinese is 15.
That nigga Twix said Chinese motherfuckers.
Hispanics are third, right? So Mexican American, Hispanics, they're third. English, they're fifth. Canada is a whole nother country, nigga. But no, it's not Canada.
That's exactly what you just said. You said it's a different country.
Okay, Canadians, French Canadians are #8. So you can include French and French Canadians because that's where they claim. I'll tell y'all, y'all will never guess.
We don't know, right?
Y'all will never guess. Germany. Germans make up 14.7% of the total population in America. Black or African Americans make up 12.4%. Mexicans 10.9%. Irish 10.6%. And English rounds out the top 5.
We gave
with 7.8.
So let me
and
draw
then
some knowledge.
American comes in at 7.2.
They gave a lot of different refugees from Germany, from the whole Nazis, all of them Nazis and all of those people. They gave a lot of refugee status to America, like their scientists, their doctors. You know, the Doc Martin shoes, for example. That dude was a doctor for the Nazis. So whenever y'all put on them Doc Martin shoes, that's what you're doing. So there's a lot of those. Yeah. Look it up, brother.
No. I'm laughing because I'm thinking, how many people that listen to this podcast is out here rocking Doc Martin? Nigga, I don't think that's a demographic.
Hey, no
Oh,
cap. I got some in the closet
That's what I'm
right
saying.
now.
Oh, okay, there we go.
A lot of black people got Doc Martens.
Yeah,
like
them my
Jodeci boots.
Them my court shoes.
You got them Jodeci boots. You got the Doc Martens or whatever. Everybody got Doc Martens.
Yeah, I only wore them to court. I bought them just for court. Yeah.
Yo, this just is expensive. Let's be clear.
No, I paid like $60, $70
for the boots with the yellow laces like on the sole. Yeah.
Nah, they just some brown, you know what I'm saying, brown dress boots.
Hey, but you know what I thought was crazy out of all of this, and I got the information from Wikipedia. We don't know how accurate that is, but people that claim to be American was number 6. So you got people that'll say they're German or Irish or English before they'll say they're American, and they've never been to Germany, England, Irish. And you know, thank God to Ancestry.com, because now we know where we're from in Africa. Whoa.
So who's these 70 million people waving that proud to be an American flag?
They number 6. They're American. 7.2% of Americans claim to be American as their ancestry. 7.2%. That's stupid. All right, let's get into some
Native Americans. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not Native American, just American. Native Americans, they ain't even make the list. They done killed so many of them. They ain't
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they done killed so many.
Literally. They're all off of Cedar and Franklin. That's why.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not doing this. I want no parts of this. I want no parts of this. I don't want
them all. That's what.
I want no parts of this.
I'm talking about the neighborhood, brother. Like, that's how small their neighborhoods are. It's just Franklin and Cedar.
Nigga, you're not lying. Let's be clear. You're not lying. Yeah, you're not lying.
Community center over there and everything. Like,
Filipinos is number 20 with less than 1%. They have 0.9% of the population that claim Filipino, and it's even less than 1% of the people that claim Native American. So it's crazy. So in the news, real quick, we had my girl, Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish was arrested for the DUI. I don't know if you guys seen her mugshot, but my girl looks like she was in Meteor Man, part of the Golden Lords.
She does look like one of them with that hair.
Looks like a Golden Lord for the Meteor Man, and it looks bad. And I wish somebody would tell her to stop it. Just stop it.
She's a comedian.
Stop it.
She's in the process of staying relevant or something. Or if she's funny, she don't got to do all that.
All right, look up the picture, y'all.
She does look like a Golden Lord.
She looks like a Golden Lord.
You're not lying.
Golden Lord.
I
don't care about her driving and drunken. I just thought it was funny that she looked like a Golden Lord.
Oh, her picture. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't like the hairstyle, but I love her.
They ain't got nothing to do with me. Her drinking.
Can I ask a quick question? How much remorse do y'all feel when athletes, entertainers, people of influence or of means get DWIs?
I feel no remorse.
Wait, how much do we feel?
Yes.
I don't.
I think they need to, because they got enough money to pay for somebody to drive them where they going.
Right, no, yeah. I'm just asking, like,
what was the question?
Only thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel bad for people? Oh, go ahead, D. Jones. Tell them the question.
No. You got to deal though. You got it.
He was just saying, do you feel bad for people that celebrities like Tiger Woods or like Tiffany Haddish who get DUIs?
Kevin
and
Hart.
They got Kevin Hart. Yeah, they got all this money, fame, everything, and they still going to jail for DUI.
Oh no, hell no. I don't got no sympathy for nobody who got all that money and still getting caught up in some little bullshit, man. It's like, man, come on, man, what is you doing? But people don't think. That's what it boils down to. Like, that's just like rappers. That's just like rappers that make money, man, and still hang out and motherfucking do all this other shit in their neighborhoods. They getting shot in their ass and shit in the neighborhoods. Like, come on, man. If you made it out of a situation, it's like, if you ain't coming back to give back, or you ain't coming back to, you know what I mean, extend your hand towards some positive shit, then why is you out here standing and sitting around and smoking and drinking and you still hollering at your old partner and them over there? You know, it's like, it's crazy, man, to me that in any type of even where I'm at, right? And I ain't got shit, yeah. But I'm not just mentally and where I'm going, where my focus is at, and what God doing in my life. You won't see me out on the street or going to none of these local bars hanging out with people that I was doing this shit with years ago. It's like they still doing that. And I can sit in here in my house and it's sad, but it's often that I get on social media and I scroll and see these same people I used to hang with get killed in some of these same places we used to hang in or these same areas. And it's like, when is y'all gonna pay attention and open up? But a lot of people ain't thinking about nothing. I don't know what the fuck people thinking about these days.
I think some of it might be survivor's remorse, right? Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever have ever felt like what's the word I want to use here? Like I felt like guilty, right? Like
guilty
I came from. Like I feel there's some people with survivor's remorse, right? That feel guilty that you, just for example, you and I came from the same place, right? And let's say I come up, right? I come up, but you didn't, right? So I might start to feel guilty, like, damn, why wasn't me?
No, hell
right?
no, I don't feel guilty. If you come,
no. I'm saying that no, some people feel like that though. There's a survivor's remorse thing.
That's where the hate start, right? Because if me and you came up, if I was, hey, can I just start my segment now, just like from here?
Go.
This kind of go into what I, you know what? This kind of go into what I'm going, man. I got some right here.
Twix.
It's about positive and negative. I got some other stuff I've been studying about thinking, speaking, and manifesting. And then I'm sitting here, I'm just trying to come up with it, but I feel like I'm going to just flow with it. You know what I mean? I ain't going to go out. I got some notes or whatever, but I feel like if me and you say, all right, just for my life, right? I'd have been out. I'd have hung out with a lot of people. I'd have did a lot of shit back in the day. I'd have ran the streets. I'd have been in and out of jail. I'd have went through all type of crazy shit, right? But the whole time, I always knew my purpose. But it's like now, so I did the 10-year challenge. So that's fresh in everybody's mind. So 10 years ago, I was a heathen. I was in the streets drinking. I was doing all type of shit to just basically just doing all the wrong shit. So 10 years later, I buckled down in prison. I was locked up from 2011 to 2012. And in 2011, you know, I had to go sit down for 14 months. So I made my mind up that when I got on that bus and went to the prison, that God, whatever this finna be, you know what I mean, whatever needs to happen or whatever I done thought myself into this. So it's like, now I'm gonna give God everything and I'm gonna really try this thing out, right? Because I can't leave this prison and go back out here and have the same mentality, do the same shit, because I'm gonna be back here soon. And I say from the age of 19 to I got out, I was 26. I was in jail every year. Like the longest you see me on the streets, probably like 3-4 months out the year. And that's the summertime, you know what I mean? So I get into it like, if me and you was hanging out 10 years ago, and you know, I'd have been out, and each year that passed, I've been elevating. I've been cutting off a lot of shit. I've been getting away from certain people. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting my mind on positive and really been trying to hold on to God. Because, you know, people say, yeah, man, when people go to jail, you know, that's when they want to call on God when they get in trouble. Or, you know, so they Bible thumpers or whatever. So we ain't really want to hear nothing he talking about for real. So I literally got people like, to this day, I don't deal with them, but it's still to this day, like they watch me to see, like, when is he gonna break character? Like, it's only a matter of time for this nigga to fuck up and go back to jail so we can say, see, He ain't changed. We know he ain't, but it's been 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I got in a situation 2019 where I broke, where I went somewhere, did some shit that I know but it was like God instantly snatched me, but I still had to deal with that situation. But it was different from dealing with the shit in my past. You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to get through the situation without even realizing that I was even in the situation. You know what I mean? But I say that 10 years now, right? So like you said, if me and you was hanging out, you know, and I came up and you, it's like I supposed to feel bad. Like I'm not gonna feel bad about you. If you've been watching me read these books and you've been watching me doing everything I've been doing, if we've been hanging out and you seeing me stop drinking all this liquor and start paying credit card debt and doing different shit. I started a business. Like, I've been doing this, but we've been here the whole time, but you ain't never want to do nothing. But it's like the more that I try to teach people is like, I got this way from reading the Bible. I don't got no more pretty much advice for you. Like you want to learn something, you're gonna have to learn who you is, learn where you came from and who you is. It's like read the Bible. You don't need to read nothing else. I read the Bible, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? In my life, day to day, I try to walk out these scriptures. Like I don't just want to read the Bible because it say, you know, you can't just be a reader. You got to be a doer. Like faith, I got faith in all this information I'm taking, but I'm not going out here to see if this works. You know what I mean? So it's like, it don't make sense. So when I'm doing stuff and I'm moving to somewhere, and the person that's with me, you see me progressing and you see me sacrificing. Like now, this is a sacrifice of me chasing my goal or me working towards my dreams, or what personal goals y'all may have. Or I mean, we dedicate our afternoon to this first, you know what I mean? And we discussing whatever we discussing, you know what I'm saying, different topics. We discussing God, we praising God, and I feel like this what I need to be doing. So I earned my way. I earned everything for me to be here because I put in the work. I sacrificed, but it's like I want something better for my life, and I want God to truly work through me so that I want to walk this out. And that's what's gonna draw other people in to want to see what this kingdom life about, because it ain't about me. But if you want to know how I went from that to this, God, I found out that I'm made in the image of God, and God say I could go have whatever I want. If I follow these laws, I could go do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I say, well, let me start trying this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna really dedicate to it. And I start dedicating and studying this word, and I start speaking to people more. I start going to work, and I look at my job now. It's like they pay me to come in and practice my gift. You know what I mean? That's why I go to work. I go to work. It might seem like I'm just, you know, but I'm the most I spread positivity. And I feel like if I'm talking to someone long enough, if they mention anything that got close to be with God, anything, I feel like that's my opening, and I give them scriptures, I give whatever they need, you know what I mean? Just, and then I know from there on out, now I can talk to this guy every day, and eventually I can give him some advice on, you know, different motivational or different people that I listen to that teach me the kingdom, because it say, you know, like faith come by hearing. So in order to build you up, I can give you these scriptures of what I'm listening to, and you tap into it, because I know once you tap into it, you ain't gonna get enough of it. You're gonna want to keep doing it. It's like me reading the Bible. Like you said, Scooby, how you were speaking, and you said, you lost your weight or whatever the pounds, like you weren't even trying. But if you read that Bible enough, you will forget to eat. That's how you lost weight. Like you will forget to do stuff. Like you will have to sit that thing down. Like, oh man, I done missed the bank. I was supposed to go over here. I done missed stuff. Forgot about that. People calling your phone. Where you at? I thought you was pulling up 3 o'clock. Like, man, I done got off in this book. But that's how it is for me. But at the same time, thinking, man, I feel like my life where it's at because I thought my way here, whether it's good or bad, you know, it started with a thought in my head. So when you, as a man thinking, so is he, right? So it's like, once you think, next thing you're going to do, you're going to speak something, then you're going to go a minute, you're going to make a move then, you know what I mean? So it's like, I try to keep my mind clean, man. And I don't really watch too much TV or nothing. It's like anytime I can get free, I feel like I got to go outside on the porch like 10, 15 minutes just to get some free time. You know what I mean? Like my girl and my daughter, they at Target, they out shopping and doing whatever they doing. So I got time to sit here and do this podcast and have it peace and quiet and just do it how I want to do without, you know, my daughter being asleep and whatnot. But anytime I can get away, I go and listen to a video. I go and read, or I go and do something to keep my mind clicking. Like even if it's 5 minutes, I go in the bathroom and sit on the toilet to get 2-3 minutes of something out this word. And I'm taking notes, but it's like my mind set on, I know that, you know, faith without works is dead. So when I started this, I started making videos and just kind of getting out there. But I was presented with this opportunity, and I appreciate, I'm thankful for this opportunity. But this opportunity is because I thought, you know, your thoughts can actually draw things to you, man. Like, it's crazy, man, that you can actually think something and think on it continuously, you know what I mean? And that's what you become. So I try to stay real tuned in to what I'm thinking, you know what I mean? And I try to cast out any negative, any type of thing try to come in. I try to block that out immediately because I don't want that to manifest to even get into my psyche. Hey, baby, you cold, you freezing. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's my little daughter. That's how I be. But that right there, I'd rather sit in. I'll be in here playing with all type of toys, man, up and down. She keep me busy, but I'd rather do that, man, than be out running around doing something that, you know, it really ain't me, man. If you gonna see me out, or you gonna see me anywhere, you know, in the city, moving around, man, I'm gonna be trying to do something to bless somebody, man. Give some words of encouragement, or, you know, anything, because, you know, we all going through stuff, man. And even with my situation, you know, with my family and what we dealing with right now, it ain't like it affect me, but at the same time, I know that, you know, I done dealt with it so many times, but I feel like it's up to me to just deal with my situation, and deal with, you know, the death, how I'm gonna deal with the death, and then prepare myself to be able to be there and comfort my aunties and, you know, cousins, shit like that. But I mean, that's what I've been doing, man, and that, I think for the most part, man, that's what it's all about, man. Just having.
Let me ask you a question, please. So you told us that you know, you started from prison, and a lot of. But what's the most significant change that you said you see from taking that time to dedicate to the word and not dedicate so much time to like other things, like you said?
I'm way more patient. I'm way more calm. Way more calmer now, and I can honestly, you know, I can honestly do things now and not think twice about it. You know what I mean? I've learned to think before I do anything. I used to just do shit. Spare the moment. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen around this dude. like for real, man. I used to be so quick, like a firecracker, like. And that was because, you know, I was a heavy drinker. Like I drink all day. Like I was one of them, you know what I mean? And I abused the alcohol so much to where it was like, ain't no telling what's gonna go on with this dude. You know what I mean? Like I gotta watch myself, what I say about this dude. I gotta watch how I do certain stuff. What's up, baby? But it was like, it took me a long time, man, to get to that point to where I'm at now, to just be able to think and make the right choice.
Yo, Deal Double, man. I wanted to ask Twix, man, just real quick, man. You said something, brother, that was like I thought was super fascinating, right? And that's when you were talking about that first time you got on that bus to go upstate, right?
Yeah.
Like what was that mindset? Like what were you thinking? Like your first time, like, yo, I'm finna go upstate, I'm out the county, I'm about to go, right? Like if you on that bus, like that's interesting to me. Like what was that mindset as you're on your way up there? And how long did it take you to get up there?
You know, I had to go sit down. You know what I mean? But
was that bus ride, were you nervous?
no, hell no.
No?
I loaded up, and you know, it was so many of us from St. Paul, you know what I mean? Like we was decent. So I knew people there, but at the same time, I think my mindset was more of like, I don't know what to expect, because I know where I'm at, but you know, I'm finna go into a situation to where I'm finna be in here with all type of people around the state, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, this bigger than just going into Ramsey County and seeing regular people that I see around here. Probably get a couple Minneapolis guys or somebody from somewhere else, but for the most part, there's gonna be a lot of East Side, Frogtown, like people that been in the workhouse. So it was like, I think for the most part, that ride, man, it was like, I was just thinking like, damn, I can't believe I'm going out here. But it's like, I didn't heard the stories, and I didn't heard, you know, prison is prison, but that was my first time. But it's like, I wasn't never nervous. I was more of, you know, I'm gonna go in and do my time like I go in to do my time any other way, man. And it's like, I'm gonna respect you, you respect me. It's like certain stuff as a man, you know, I ain't gonna go for, but I ain't coming to look for no trouble, and I ain't gonna duck no trouble. If it gotta go there, then it's gonna go there. But for the most part, just the way I carry myself, and like I said, I was always a watcher. So I go in, I'm by myself, you know what I mean? Just like when I get out, ain't nobody coming with me. It's like, it's one person in my cuff, so it's like I'm all I got. And I ain't doing I never been the type of person to just click jump and jump clicks and be in little clicks and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can hold my own. I know that who's in me is stronger than anything I'm gonna come up against. So I always knew that if I'm going through this, then God sending this like this, I'm gonna go and do this shit for a reason. So I wasn't never nervous or nothing like that, but it took a while.
At what point did you come to the realization like, yo, this shit is happening? Like, nigga, I'm gonna go upstate. Like, yo, this shit is real.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
When they came and got me, but I knew it was real, because like when you're going up to St. Cloud, they got like 20-foot walls, man, like brick wall. It looked like a castle. St. Cloud been there for 100 and some years, but it's the same building. So imagine it's shit like a movie, driving into a prison, and this shit big like a castle. And that's how it is. It's the same building from 100 and some years ago. So they got, like in the medieval times, they got big ass walls, about 20 feet high. You know what I mean? Like 20, 30 feet. You can't see out of it. Once you get inside of there, you can't see outside for nothing. You know what I mean? You can't see nothing but the sky. And you can only see the sky you can't see nothing else. But when I seen that wall from miles down the road, I was like, oh yeah, that is fucking, there it go. But you know, I done heard the story so long, so many times, so many people in and out of there, and it's like, damn. But I always knew, like, someday, man, I think I heard Tupac say that, man, like, man, I think I heard Tupac say that before in an interview or something, man. Like, for the most part, any kid and any black young man, you know, in the growing up in the inner city, like a lot of them go experience jail and shit. You know what I mean?
That's what I wanted to say too. Like when you in the streets, you kind of like expect.
You expect, yeah.
You
And
know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
doing,
Or
and I
you
was
look-
doing, yeah. I was doing so much bullshit, but it wasn't super serious shit. I was just one of them people like just doing like shit don't even make no sense to be doing it. But I was doing it so much to the point that like, man, we got to do something with this dude. But it
So
is
check this out though. Like I tried to, so like I worked at the Ramsey County with the juveniles, right? So I
Yeah.
worked there for here a little bit, and
Hey,
I would
DC.
always, so like my thing was when I was speaking to the kids, because they was all in the same neighborhoods, the same things that y'all was talking about, and I would try to explain to them, and they didn't understand it until it hit them, until they was standing in front of me, until they actually had to experience something where it's like, you don't know, you haven't met anybody that doesn't give a damn until you meet somebody that really doesn't care. And like we all think we bad, we all think we tough, we all think we gangster, we all think we cool. And everybody want to sell drugs, everybody want to be in the streets, but until you run into that person that really doesn't give a damn about nothing, including themselves or their life, that's when it gets real. That's when you're like, oh,
right.
he really don't care. And it's like, and like I've been in situations, you know, like in my life, and like I had situations where I completely stayed away from that street life because I knew I had the ability to turn everything off and not care. And to me, that is the most dangerous person in the world. You can't threaten somebody.
Sure.
You can't threaten somebody that doesn't care. You can't threaten somebody that's ready to go. You can't intimidate anybody that's ready to go down and don't care about nothing. There doesn't need to be a meaning for something to happen. I don't need a reason to kill you. I don't need a reason to mess up your life. So I kept trying to tell these kids like, yo, when you run into somebody that literally does not care and is able to hit a switch and their whole life is turned off, and then they turn it back on and they can eat a sandwich after killing 2 people, like you have to understand there are people like that out there, and you guys need to just stay in y'all's place and go to school. Because if you can't do that, you don't need to be in this world. You care. You have a heart. You have people you love. If you sitting there thinking about people you care about, this ain't for you. And a lot of time, like, and then when Twix, you said literally at any point in time, anything can happen. I understand that because a lot of people don't get that. And it takes for you to get into a certain situation where I'm not going to talk about all the things that I've been through and situations where I'm at, but I had to literally look at myself and be like, this ain't what I need.
Exactly.
This ain't because whenever I do something, I go 100.
Right.
There's no stopping. I have blinders on. I don't see anything else.
Right.
And everybody knows when I do something, I'm doing it. So for me, when I had a taste of the street life, I'm cool. I don't need it.
You knew it wasn't for you.
I knew
Some
it was
people
too
will
much
take
for
your
me.
kindness for
I knew it
weakness
was-
instead of
I
understanding.
knew it was too much for me, and there was no limit to where I wouldn't do to get where I needed to go if that was the lifestyle that I chose, because I understood that lifestyle. And people don't understand that lifestyle. I would have to kill my homie to get up. I didn't want to live like that.
I want to ask you just a quick question, then we can move on past this if you need to. Is what are the St. Paul politics, right? Like, again, you're talking about you're talking to a brother that's on the west side of the river, right? So when you're on the west side of the river, right, over north, right, like you got back in the day, right? You had GDs, right? You had Crips over south. You had Vice Lords. You had Blackstones. You had Vice Lords. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Corner hustlers. Yeah.
Right. So there was a clear differentiation, right? Like north side, this was popping on the north side. This was popping on the south side. But I feel like St. Paul has so many subsections. Like what was the politics in St. Paul?
Don't get caught.
Hey, yeah, pretty much. I was gonna
That's
say, just stay out of it, man. That's why I never, you know what I mean? Cause it's like it's so crazy.
There
bro.
was no order. You're
It
looking
was-
for
it ain't-
order.
and it
There
ain't-
was
there was
none.
no order.
And it
Okay.
ain't no
No.
order now. There's so much
Mm-mm.
crazy shit going
Do you
on out
guys
here
know
now
what
to this day.
all of that was for females? For us,
What's
from
that?
a female perspective,
What was that?
was mostly, unless you're a hardcore thug girl, it usually was whatever your dude was, that's what you was. So I had my phase of GD, hanging out over north, and then my phase of hanging with the Stones, and my phase of hanging with Crips, and my, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever your dude was, that's what, as the female, I got a pass. I could just hang out and learn the signs of everybody and wear that color now and da 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 da.
Hey,
It wasn't until it became, till I got grown and got a little older, and I started realizing that it was a money thing, because the dudes I started messing with had money, and it was more about a money, a business, a position. Now you can't flip. So now one of the main dudes, okay, one was a Crip and then one was a Blood. I can't say I'm either or. I just got to be the coldest chick with the bread at this point, because now you can't flip. You grown. You should know it. But I didn't know all the rules and regulations and policies. I was whatever my dude was back then.
yeah, I was, you know, I used to be a gang member, man. But I was a GD back in the day, right?
He said, "I used to
But
be
it's
a guy,
like-
bro."
Yeah, I used to be a gang member, man. But I grew up in some projects, one of the roughest projects in East St. Louis, man. I survived it, you know, and just coming up, that's just what it was. But a lot of the literature and policies, and, you know, all the laws and, you know, everything that go along with it, the history of it, the real reason that, you know, the vision that, you know, Larry Hoover had for the organization, it was way more powerful than just gang banging. It wasn't about none of that, you know what I'm saying? And when I moved up here in the 8th grade, just me having this knowledge, you know, if I was really into that, like a lot of people use it for whatever reasons, you know, is strength in numbers or whatever, that a lot of people tag on with these games, that it's like the blind leading the blind. Because if you come in to get in a situation, like when you go to prison, the thing is, if you saying this what you is, you know, the people who hold the slots for that is like, you got to come talk to these guys.
When you say holding slots, what does that mean? Well, Rick, can you explain that to me? What do you mean, like holding slots?
So if I'm calling it for the GDs, when you come in the house, you come into prison, these people gonna know. You say you GD, well, you need to talk to the people who got it for this, and you need to go and tap in with them. Cause if some break off and you a GD and we don't know you a GD, you know what I mean? If something happens, it's like everybody needs to be accounted for. But it's like, if this what you say you is, you got to go and talk to them people that like that's who gonna tell you how everything work around here. You know, and I done been, you know, when you get to the prison, you got to check in with these people, because if you don't check in, but a lot of people don't check in because they don't know laws and policies. Like, it's script, it's literature behind this that you should know. If this what you claiming yourself as, you should know this literature. This should have been taught to you. Back in the days, if you ain't know your literature, you had to go and get with a literature coordinator. It's somebody who specifically gives you this literature and you learn this. Like, yeah, it's like going to school. You need to learn this. If you out here doing this, then you need to know the rules and how it operate, because you can't just be out here doing whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? So when you get to prison, that's how it works. You got to check in with these people. But a lot of people just tag along because you know,
they want the title, they don't want the work.
But are you able to spot those people, like the ones that are just trying to tag along? Like, are you able to peep them for what they are? Are those type of people obvious?
Yeah, because I can tell how you carry yourself. Whether
Dance is just
whether
like you guys'
real or
stuff.
whether you ain't.
Yeah, it's no different than you being able to protect your life, brother.
I could tell.
No, it's remember the what you and the Masons. It's just like with the Masons. You got a certain language you can talk. If I come up to you and ask you a question and say and you ain't got that answer, then we got a problem. If I come up to you and ask you where this was, or I have my friend that's in North Carolina, when he talks to his people, he talks he'll get on his phone.
Yeah.
This is the mother something in the birth, my stone of the day of 1-3. And he'll say all of that and they'll know stuff. I don't know it. So I can't know what I just said didn't mean nothing.
Let's move on because we don't want any problems.
My bad, DL Double Twix. Yo, man, that was some real game, man. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Whoa, no issues with nobody. But I'm gonna tell you like this: GDs is probably the easiest people to tell. GD's gang is the easiest to tell if you really a GD or not, because GDs really got laws and they really got rules. And they really got literature that you gotta learn. And it ain't like, see, other gangs is just like that, right? They just say, like, if you're a blood, you just get jumped in, okay, now you blood over here. Or when we use Crips, you was GD, okay, you a Crip, now we all Crips over here. Shotgun, you from the east side, you wanna be a shotgun? We all shotguns, claim shotgun. Now, with the GDs, it's, okay, you wanna be a GD? Well, you could be a GD, but listen, here go this book right here. And if you didn't know them laws, GDs would love, they love to say that. Okay, what's the mathematics or whatever they say?
Because like some people, they live by that, man. And like I said, I grew up in the area to where, that's what it was, man. And I learned this literature at a young age, man. And that's just something that is like your name. It's like once you know it, you know it.
You just learn it for life.
And it's like, when I moved to Minnesota, in 8th grade, and already I was,
advanced.
I was very knowledgeable of what was going on. So it was like my first two friends, when I got on the bus, and my first two friends, they was from Chicago. They was from the Hunnits, and they was GDs, but they was, we in 8th grade now. And the first, when I get on the bus, it's like, I'm new. And they ask me, like, what you is? You know what I mean? So I tell them, yeah, I'm GD.
Right on top.
And they, out the gate. And they like, yeah, what you is? So I'm GD. And, spit a little bit of, we
conversed.
But still to this day, though, that's my man's. Like, you know what I mean? That's 20-something years. But now we took it from that, and we both went through some of the same, same trials and tribulations in life. But from 1999, when I moved here, to 2022, even though we both went through some of the same stuff, he was here, then he moved back to Chicago for a while. He just moved back. And we stayed in contact, even through prison, him being in prison, me being in jail or whatever, he get out. We always had that connection. We are somewhere linked back up. And that's kind of what happened. And for both of us to be from 99, how we was all those years, to 2022, man, I get on that phone with a man, and we talk 2-3 hours about this word, though. We converse with these scriptures, though. Like we go back and forth with that 2-3 hours. I'm telling you, that Bible will make you forget. You gotta go do anything. You hear me? If you ain't dead, man, that Bible will make you sit there. Because you get the digging in it, but it say, a man can't live on bread alone. Like, you gotta come get that real thing.
Every word that proceedeth out of the mouth, right?
Yeah. So it's like I go and read that word, and it's like I want to learn. I want to see. I want to know what's to this. You know what I mean? Like, I want to really figure this thing out. So yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, and I'm just thankful to be a part of it all, man. I know God gonna do some wonderful works through me, man, and I'm ready for it all. You know what I mean?
And I think that Des was kind of asking only because he's acting a dang fool, but whatever. But
he on his hands and knees.
I don't know what he's doing, but yeah.
He's been zooming in and out and
that boy on that stuff. But anyways, Like the same
I'm
aspect.
serious.
But like the same way that you were asking about like how can you tell is no different from what me and Des have been through in our travels. You know what I'm trying to say? And like the stem of it and how it works. And you can see how things spread out and how they infiltrate and how they all come from the same source, or they try to mirror each other or come from that place, or they understand what that is and they understand why it's important to have certain traditions and certain rituals and certain rules and certain laws, and to continue those things in the same way, in the same fashion, because there's meaning behind it. So when Des is talking about, we, being Masons in that aspect and what that means and how we got there and what that means to be able to understand and learn and to tell another Mason from another Mason and what makes a Mason, it's no different than somebody talking about I'm a Delta or I'm a Sigma. It is a difference, but the source of how they did that and the reason why come from that one place.
That outline.
And my bad for staring us off track, double man, but I do again want to tell you again, Twix, man, shout out to you, man, and blessings to you for engaging, man, because like I think people need to hear that, right? Like I think people need to hear that what you were isn't who you are. Does that make sense? Right.
Yeah, that makes
right.
A lot of sense.
And to hear that from you, brother, man, I think that's absolutely incredible, right? And I think that is super dope, man. Just to hear your story and to even get it, like to get behind your eyes, right? And for you to take us on a journey, like when you were like, yo, I'm on the bus going up to St. Cloud. God damn, these walls high as hell.
Yeah, it was real.
Yo, I'm here now, right? Like you're giving insight and a perspective that is super dope, man. So I appreciate you for answering the question, man.
Yeah, that 10-year goal, man, that I had, it got me here, man. So I'm thankful for that. And I got my plans already made out for the next 20 years. So I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this ride, man, and really, try to stack the days, like you said. You feel me? I'm gonna just stack the days, man, and take it day by day, man. My girl happy, my kids, everybody good, man.
I did an interview at the radio station, and I told this to somebody, and I say this all the time, but just hearing you guys talk about jail and prison and how far people have come and how far you changed, it's just amazing, because you don't know what an impact places like that can have on your life, and positive and negative, right? Something that's so negative can have a positive impact on your life that you really even wouldn't see. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing, like I wouldn't wish jail on nobody. Prison, the workhouse, I wouldn't wish jail on nobody. But to see that going to jail can bring some positivity to people is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And it can change your life. It also opens your eyes. Because you see, like I can ask Twix right now, how many of your homies came see you?
None.
How many homies came saw you? See? Now, how many homies when you went the whole week before you went to prison? You was with all the guys. You was with everybody kicking.
You know what's crazy? 2 days before I went to jail, I took 2 of my partners out. We went to where we go. I took these niggas to I think we went in August. We was downtown Minneapolis. Fucking off.
August.
We ended up going in August. This was my first time going in there, but my man's, he was a little older than me. You know what I mean? So this the type of shit he was used to do. But a couple days before I went in there, I took me and these 2 niggas in there. I bought all the Remy shots. I bought like 200, two some on Remy shots for all 3 of us. I break ones. I get both of these niggas like $150 in ones.
This your man's.
Yeah. And they throwing one of them threw all the money in. He's sitting mesmerized, you know what I mean, on something else. So he throwing all his money to the strippers. The other nigga probably threw a couple dollars and pocketed the rest, but it didn't matter. It's like, here, we finna go kick it. So I'm getting ready. Yeah, we drinking Remy. That's what we drink. And these shots that shit ain't cheap.
Right. Remy is a good drink and it ain't cheap.
Remy ain't cheap, but I say that to say, yeah, the niggas ain't come see. Hey, but guess what though? I don't fuck with them no more though. Hey, that's the good thing, man. Y'all got on me, man, when I was blind, but now I see, baby.
Hey, that was a real ass conversation right there, man. I appreciate that. Was a real ass conversation.
Yo, I'm gonna put that's gonna go gold on this.
I didn't get no meal. I ain't get no
nothing. And that's the thing.
I ain't get nothing on my books.
Listen, I did, like I said, and I told Twix this story before, but at the same time you was in prison, I was in the workhouse, right? So I did the whole 2011 in the workhouse, in Hennepin County workhouse. Only people came see me is the same people you see in this Zoom. And this is
I was there weekly.
Diz is my brother's friend. You understand what I'm saying? That's not even my homie. That's my little brother homie. But my little brother homie got so much love for me that he came to see me. And that touched my heart. And I'm going to love him forever because of that. Sure. Because the homies that I was with every day, and that's what I tell people, you'll find out who really with you. Because the same situation you in, I'm in. I didn't even snitch on the homies, right? So I had a case. If you go through my paperwork, there's about 20 people on my case. I could have said 5 of them 20 names and got no time at all. Just did probation. I didn't say no names. I was gonna go to trial. I was in court for over a year, almost 2 years fighting my case, right? Because I wasn't gonna snitch, because it wasn't that serious to me. I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't think I was gonna go to jail. So when they gave me the deal, when they first put me, long story short, I was facing like 6 years at first. Then it was 6 to 4. Then it went from 4 to 2. Then it went from 2 to a year when I got a new prosecutor on the case. He like, it's been over a year. We're gonna give you a year in the workhouse and we're gonna send you 10 years on probation. I go to the workhouse. None of the people on that call list that had my name that I saved from going to jail and all that. None of the people came saw me. None of the people wrote me. None of the people put money on my books. None of that. These 2 dudes came saw me, and Saul came saw me. My sister came saw me. My dad and my mom, right, and my wife. Yeah. That's it. Like that's it. And what I tell people all the time is that, you know, when you young and in these streets, your homies is gonna be the one to send you to prison, and then they're gonna be the ones to forget you was in prison, forget you when you in prison. That's gonna be the 2 things.
These days, it'll be your homie who shoot you in your ass. Yeah,
for real.
Shoot you in your ass.
Hey, let me say one thing.
They're gonna forget you.
Hey, when we went to go see that nigga D.O. Double when he's in the joint, nigga, I was nervous as fuck, right? Like me and this nigga Reg, real talk. Me and this nigga Reg go, right? And so, you know, it's the glass joint. And so, you know, me, Reg, D.O. Double on the other side, we just chopping it up. And I just hear the guard like, all right, wrap it up. And I'm like, all right, D.O. Double, man, like, you be good. And D.O. Double said, nigga, fuck it, nigga. We just gonna keep on talking. I was like, work? We can do that? Like, like that's cool? Like, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. That nigga D.O. Double was like, nigga, fuck it, nigga. We just gonna keep on chopping it up. And I was like, okay, sure.
Hey, I got a little clout at the workhouse.
But I'm just saying, like, I think it's very important what you 2 guys are saying is, and that's the reason why I made sure if I was able to go, I went and visited anybody. I went and visited Mel. There's no one talking about Mel. Like, I went and visited a lot of the dudes in jail, if I was super close to them or not, regardless. That shit can change y'all's life by just getting one visit. That one visit can change everything, because you don't know what that mental state is. You don't know what these people is going through. So if I was able to actually go visit my peoples, go put something on the books real quick, see how they doing.
Family therapy podcast.
Yeah.
Your visit on my birthday changed how I look at everybody. You know what I'm saying? That changed my life, because I was ready to say fuck everybody in the world, including my mama and daddy. And don't nobody love me. Fuck all of y'all. And then, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not missing no visit.
And y'all tell me if, and then we can wrap this up, or we could go into our segments. Y'all tell me if I'm bugging on this, but it's almost reminiscent to when I deployed, right? So I deployed to Iraq. And when did I go to Iraq? I went to Iraq, I want to say May May of 03, and I came back June of 04. Yeah, of 04. You know what I mean? I was there for
18 months. That's what I thought it was
yeah,
like.
Yeah. It was 15 months.
Over a year.
Right. It was over a year. I say that to say, like, when I was in Iraq, and I don't want to compare this to being locked up, but when I was in Iraq, I felt like I was cut off from the world. Right? Like I felt like everybody else's life was going on, right? Where mine was at a complete standstill. You know what I mean? Like and that shit was heavy, right? That shit was super heavy. So Reg, when you're talking about like, yo, I went to go visit and things like that, those things make a difference, right? Like anytime I got a letter in Iraq, nigga, I'm out here. Nigga, I'm out here. Mail call. Nigga, Jones. Woo! Nigga, I got mail.
I'm lit.
Right? I got mail, right? Like it makes a difference. And I don't want to compare being deployed to being incarcerated, but I think there are some similarities there, right? Yeah. Where, like, again, and this is super dumb, but like hearing songs, right? I'm hearing songs over in Iraq. And calling Reg like, yo, Reg, is this shit popping in the club back there? Like what you know what I mean? Because again, when I was in Iraq, my world, my world stopped.
Yeah.
Right? My world stopped. Reg was back in Minnesota doing his thing. Yeah. Right? Everybody was back home having fun, enjoying life. Where I'm like, I'm in fucking Iraq. Like this shit fucking
stirring shit.
Hey, what?
I stirred shit.
What you was over there doing?
No, this nigga literally stirred shit.
It was serious back then, wasn't it?
Yeah. So when I went to Iraq,
what was going on back then, man?
So I was a part of the initial invasion up to the initial invasion to
the final one.
Right, to Iraq. So what we did is we flew into Kuwait, right? And once we flew into Kuwait, what we did is we waited for all of our equipment, our trucks, everything, right? And once we got all that, then we started pushing up towards fucking Baghdad, right? In a convoy.
Like real war shit.
Yeah, you want to know what though? Can I be honest with you? Oh my God. Okay, let's go here. Let me tell you what. I'm gonna take a very circuitous route to get to a point. Listen, when I joined the Army, when I was talking to that white man, I said, hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like everything that the Army has to offer. Like I love y'all benefits, like I love all that shit. However, I ain't trying to fight nobody. Like I don't want no combat, nigga. I don't want to shoot nobody. Like that's not my thing.
You almost joined the infantry though.
I did. No, Brett. God damn, you know me so well. I did almost join the infantry. Join the infantry. That is very true. The only reason I didn't join the infantry, and for those who don't know, the infantry are your ground soldiers, right? Like if you play Call of Duty, right? Those are infantry type soldiers, right? Like that's what I was going to do. I didn't join the infantry because it wasn't leaving fast enough. Like, and I wanted to leave right after college. So I had told him like, hey, I don't want to fight. He's like, you want to pump gas? And I was like, shit, do women pump gas too? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, shit, sign me up, goddammit. Yeah. Sign me up. Like that's what I want to do. I want to pump gas. You know what I mean? Yeah. However, little did I know.
Yeah, that means you're active.
I was in the cavalry, right? And the cavalry are the ones that go scout out the battlefield first, right? So the cavalry is going to go out there, assess the situation. Hey, there's enemies here. Here's what they have. Boom, let me go back and disseminate this information. I was in a fucking cab. So I'm now in Iraq, right?
Having to fight.
Yeah, that nigga doing cavalry shit. Like, hey, Jones, I need you to be the gunner on this and do this. And I'm like, gunner nigga, I pump gas. Like, what? Why are you asking? Like, I pump gas. Like,
So
no,
I remember mom praying at church. Something happened, and you were
It was that fire.
pumping the gas or working on what happened. You know what I'm talking about?
there you
Good
go.
memory.
God damn, Reg. Reg is
I
absolutely
got a good
right.
memory.
There was a fire and it burnt up all my shit. It burnt up everything. There was
Mom
a
had
fire
to
over there.
pray. And I was so nervous for you. I don't know. I'm naive at times in my life, but I was so nervous. Like, oh my gosh, Mom, what? And she was like, "We gotta pray for my son and this." Like, it was severe.
Yeah.
But on another podcast, I'll tell the story. But that time right there, and I was deployed 15 months. That time Reg is talking about was probably the most, if not the only time I thought I was about to die over there. Like, I for real thought, like, all right, like this is it, right? Like, I'm just gonna go. You know what I mean? So, but I don't want. I digress. So I apologize, DL. But yes, Twix. I was a gas pumper for all intents and purposes. When I got over there, did I ever pump gas? No. Did I just set up a fuel truck? Like, I would just set the fuel truck up and then I'd roll the hoses out and then put the nozzles down and be like, all right, y'all niggas get your gas, right? But were there times where I had to go what we call in the Army beyond the wire, right? And going beyond the wire just means going out there, going on missions. Right, like when I got there, I got to Baghdad, right, and we took over Saddam's War College, and we took over his Palace District, right. That Palace District was called the Green Zone. So we had the Green Zone, and then we had Saddam's War College. I'll go into this quick story. We stayed there for 12 months. All right, we stayed there for 12 months, and at the time I was 21 years old. This is the first time I've ever seen this ever in life. We're there for 12 months, so deployments are only that time, so 12 months. So we're sending everything back to Louisiana. That's where I'm stationed at, Fort Polk, Louisiana, right? We're sending everything back, our equipment, we stopped the mail, everything, right? Nigga, 3 days from when we're supposed to go home, I go on my last mission, right? I go on my last mission, we come back, and I'm in the gunner's turret, right? Like, so that's where, like, if you imagine a Humvee and somebody standing on top of it with a gun, that's where I'm standing. Yeah. Right. So that's where I'm standing. So we get into the compound. This is my last mission. I'm done. I'll never forget. Shout out to Big Toe Betts. Big Toe Betts is from Florida. Big Toe Betts. Big Toe Betts comes up to us and was like, "Hey, bro, did you hear?" Hear what? We got extended. Well, what do you mean we got extended? Bro, we're not leaving. What? We're not leaving.
I remember that shit.
Right? We're not leaving. What are you talking about? Nigga, I'm 3 days from leaving. Nigga, we done stopped the mail. I done sent all my personal items back in the Connex. Right? Like, everything. Nigga, this is a done deal. Right, so we park the Humvee and we get inside the building. In the regimental commander gathers all of us, and he's trying to give this rah speech. We got extended because that was around the time we caught Saddam, and after we caught Saddam, there was a vacuum of power. Right, so our replacements had came when we captured Saddam. But once we captured Saddam and all these like other motherfuckers tried to step up and was doing whatever, they were like, hey, let's just keep everybody there and all y'all niggas fight. Right? So this regimental commander was sitting there trying to give us a rah speech. We're the cavalry and we're gonna do this and whatever. And that was the first time, y'all, I seen grown-ass men cry. Like, that was right, like, that was the first time I seen grown-ass men, like, not like tear, right? Like, I'm 21 years old at this point, right? I'm seeing grown men in their 40s, break down and cry because we were 3 days from leaving, right? Like, so that was a super long way to say, when y'all are talking about contact from the outside, when you're incarcerated, I feel you. Maybe not to the same degree, but I feel you. I valued every single fucking phone call I could make.
But for time's sake, because, you know, I don't want to take Are You Serious' whole birthday up, we're going to get to one of our favorite group segments. First of all, Scooby, I like your hat. I just got to give you that hat.
Yeah, that's dope. Hat. Yeah, for sure.
Let's go, Scooby.
I like your hat.
I
just gotta shout you out.
Okay.
The hat is super dope.
Let's go.
Let's get into one of our favorite segments here on the Original Podcast, the one and only Mr. D Jones with Mr. D Jones Reviews. Cue the intro.
Dio Dole, man. First and foremost, man, I appreciate the love, man. Thank you. The movie we are getting into today that I reviewed is Lot Lizards. All right, here we go. Yo, Lot Lizards, made in 2022. This drama is about 4 women who hustle gullible men on the streets of Memphis selling sex at truck stops. Angie is the bottom chick who's often beaten and sexually abused by her pimp, Slim Ice. In a matter of seconds, though, Angie's life turns from main chick to boss lady when she kills her pimp in self-defense. Now, Angie must teach the other girls how to take what they want by any means necessary. So that's the general plot of Lot Lizards. This film was directed and produced by Robert L. Parker. Man, shout out to Robert L. Parker, man. He's done quite a few films. So shout out to him, man. You might know him from The Struggle. He did in 2019, Girlfriends Reunited in 2020, and several other films. Let's go into the cast. The cast includes Chastity Nicole. Shout out to her. She plays the role of Angie. If you ever seen the movie Bound to the Body, she was in that. Next, we have Erin Kathy. She plays the role of Sugar. She was in the movie Girlfriends Reunited and The Struggle too. Cortez Maxwell. He plays the role as Tez, man. Shout out to Cortez, man. He did his thing. He was in the movie Unfaithful. Nina Holly, she plays the role of Mimi. She's known for having roles in Deceptive Intention and Sweet Revenge. So shout out to Nina Holly. And lastly, Latrice Nicole. She plays the role of Stormy. She was in ATL Homicide and in Taboo 2. So here we go. Let's move to the hits and the misses. Well, of course, start off with the hits. There was a really nice semi-truck in the movie. That concludes the hits.
Okay.
Now on to the misses. Give me a second. Right, here we go. So we're gonna go on to the misses now. Here we go. Here we go. On to the misses. The opening scene. Miss. The music in the film. Miss. The acting. Miss. The story. Miss. The offensively long runtime of 2 hours. You guessed it. Miss. Wardrobe. Miss. The scene locations, all 3 or 4 of them that were featured in this film, Miss. The special effects, miss. Damn, the weather outside, miss. Listen, Lot Lizards is the type of movie where if you had to use the bathroom in the middle of it and someone said, yo, you want me to pause it? You want me to pause it while I use the bathroom? You'd be well within your rights just to be like, nah, I'm straight. Just go on ahead and let it ride. I'm straight. Like, I cannot, and trust me, I tried so hard to find one redeemable quality about this film. It was so hard to find it. Actually, you want to know what? Let me be fair. If I'm going to be fair, Lot Lizards would actually be a good first date movie. Because if your date actually liked this film, you now know the relationship has no future. Zero. Like, it needs to end that night. Like, it's done. Lot Lizards may be, objectively speaking, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It's time to go to the Black Fist rating. Normally, I know I let everyone guess what the rating might be, but in this case, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. It's a one. It's a one. It's a one. It's not anything but a one. I don't have anything. They tried really hard. I'm not doing this. This shit's whack. Like, it's a one, and I don't ever want to watch it ever again in life. However, you should, though. If you do want to watch Lot Lizards, go to Tubi, Tubi. Download it, and you can watch Lot Lizards all you want. I guess. Lot Lizards. Hey,
you said it happened in Memphis.
It did. It happened in Memphis. Scoop, I don't have anything nice to say. Anything nice about it to say. I really don't. Like,
I liked the cover picture of the movie Lot Lizards.
Okay, you want to know what?
I did like the cut. It was sexy.
Was the girls cute?
Oh, no. I'm about to make history. I'm about to make history right now. I am about to make history. I, for the first time, am about to give 2 Black Fist ratings on one movie. The first Black Fist rating I'm going to give is for the title and the cover in the movie poster. In terms of the movie poster and the title, you get 5 Black Fists. That shit's classic. Lot Lizards, shout out to you. In terms of everything else pertaining to the movie, how you shot it, how you edited it, how you produced it.
I feel like you're hating. Because you didn't get casted in the movie.
You want to know what, Reg? Perhaps that might be the case. That being said, nigga, the movie is a 1. This is my rating system, and I can kind of adjust it however I want. But if I could give this a 0, I would. I honestly would. It's bad. It's really, really bad. But
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
You're right, Reg. Go watch it. Go to Tubi.
I'm gonna watch it.
Hey, I'm telling you, yo, go to Tubi.
I'm with you, Lot Lizards.
Please go to Tubi. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Give it a shot. I could be bugging. Am I bugging? No.
Yes, you nigga. The depth that they had in that one scene where they was doing the transaction. I felt that. I felt that.
These are some nice 18-wheelers I'm looking at. They probably made the whole movie.
No.
I purchased the prostitute when they purchased the prostitute in the movie. I was there.
Wait, hold on. Let's be clear.
I was there.
Scooby, nigga, there was one semi-truck and I shot it out. That was a hit. A hit had a really nice semi-truck.
Just one?
Just one.
In a whole parking lot, there was only one semi-truck.
Nigga, they weren't even at a truck stop.
Hey, mentally they were there.
It was made in Memphis.
They weren't at a truck stop.
This movie went over your head, brother. See, they were showing you the mentality of what a lot lizard is. Means you can be a lot lizard anywhere. And it doesn't have to be at a semi-truck. It could be at the grocery store. It could it could be at the library. See, the lot lizard is a mental state. And what the movie is trying to do is remove you from that state and give you more than just one truck, but give you a world to access.
Yes, you know it's hot out here for a pimp. That's what they say about the movies.
But if you close-minded, just say that.
You want to know what? You're right. Clear. Nigga, it's one fist. Nigga, the shit is bad. There's nothing good about it. Zero.
I disagree. I gave it 4. I did. You showed it to me, and I saw it. It was great.
But let me say this. To wrap it up. Yo, again, like I said before, listen, whether I like the film, don't like the film, or find it,
don't backtrack now.
Or find it pedestrian, I really hope that y'all support these creators. Like real talk. So, yo, if you download Tubi, Tubi, you don't have to register. You don't have to do any of that. It has a lot of the hood movies that I'm reviewing. It has a lot of those movies on there. So, yo, check out Lot Lizards. Y'all tell me, listen, y'all tell me what you think of Lot Lizards. I personally think it's one fist. Like, hey, yo, what Dave Chappelle say? I wish I had 2 more hands so I give them titties 4 thumbs down. Like, I wish I had 4 more. Like the shit was bad. It was like obnoxiously bad. Like, nigga, I've seen YouTube, I've seen TikToks that were better put together than this. I have no clue what the plot is. I have no clue who gives a shit. Watch it on Tubi. Tubi. Check it out. Lot Lizards. Shout out to everybody that was involved in Lot Lizards. That shit was trash.
Thank you, D. Jones. Thank you for the movie review of Lot Lizards. Like you said, make sure you check it out on Tubi. I don't know, man. It's so bad. I might want to watch it because I like movies like I Got the Hook Up.
Oh, wait, Dollar. Let me say this right quick. My bad. Sorry to interrupt you. Let me say this right quick. Nigga, the shit is trash. It's really bad. Like, it's really, really, really bad. It's really bad. Okay, I'm done.
All right, I don't think D. Jones like Lot Lizard. All right, man. Hey, it's DJ Double OG. We got D. Jones. We got Twix. We got Are You Serious? We got Scooby in the building. It's been an original pod. So we're going to end a little early, man. Any last words before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to start with D. Jones. Wait. We're going to start with D. Jones because usually he go last and he get off the hook and he ain't got to say no last words. So we're going to start with D. Jones and then we're going to circle back around so we can hear some last words of inspiration from D. Jones.
Yo, let me be honest with you, man. I thought that even though this podcast probably, or at least perhaps went a bit long, shout out to Twix, man. Like, Twix, man. Like, the insight that he gave, just the game that he gave, right? Like, everything that Twix, like, this was Twix bared his soul, man. And so more than anything, I want to say thank you to Twix, man, because I thought that was super dope. So my closing remarks have shit to do with me and all about Twix, and a thank you to Twix.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, Nita, what you got to say? Last words?
It's the last words of, I do appreciate the way that he's able to incorporate God's word. You can tell that he's been reading the Bible and that he's not only just reading it, but he's being a doer of it. He's not only just mentally assenting, like Mom used to say, but he's putting it into action. Because when he's speaking and he's talking to us about different scenarios and situations and what the Bible says, he uses the different analogies, the different terms, the different jargon that it has in his sentences. So I really appreciate that, because then it brings back that hunger that I myself and others who listen might have, because they might want to be like, well, where does it say that in the Bible, or what is this, or da-da. So yeah, I really appreciate that. I think that's awesome and that's good. And it was a good episode. Thanks for the hat, and yeah, I like that too.
Hat. Are you serious? Any last words before you get up out of here?
Nah, man, just appreciate y'all, and I think this episode was really impactful and it showed a lot of light. And I think that Twix really broke down a lot of stuff. Dez really broke down a lot of stuff. Bernita, you broke down some stuff. Aaron, like y'all really gave me a new perspective, but also just reminded me why I pay attention so much, and I try to store as much information from you guys as possible, because you guys have really helped mold to who I am, but also help me never to break down where I feel like I can't. Because there's a lot of times where, man, I'm just, you guys know, I'm just tired, man. Like, it just gets a lot of tiring. But you guys and your stories and the way that you guys break things down and the way you guys go through life, it just makes me not have an excuse to just toss it all up in the air. So, I mean, I just appreciate y'all. And thank you for the birthday wishes. Shout out to everybody whose birthday it is.
Happy birthday. Shout out
Enjoy.
to you.
And enjoy.
Yo, I'm just gonna say that, man. Like, if I could say three things right quick to close. One, happy birthday to my brother, man. Like, yo, it's so crazy, right? Like, every story I was telling that nigga Reg was like a mile ahead of it. You know what I mean? Like, that just goes to show how much of a brother, how brotherly we are. Two, Scooby, please get on live links. Like, it would be the best decision you've made your entire life.
Do not get on live links.
No. Don't listen to this guy. Am I pointing the right way?
Yeah, I'm pointing the right way.
Okay, good. Don't point. Listen, get on live links, right? And number three, lot lizards, please. It's like, it's so bad. Like, it's really, 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 really bad. Like, it's really bad.
That's my last words of the day. I'm gonna look right in the camera. You niggas be seeing me on your timeline and you don't be liking my shit and I don't like it, okay? When you be seeing me post online, my shit be funny. I be having good little jokes. You be giggling and shit, but you don't be liking my shit. You don't be sharing my shit. You don't be commenting on my shit. You just keep scrolling. Stop scrolling. Share my shit, like my shit, laugh at my shit, because my shit be funny. Sometimes I put y'all through relationships, all kind of stuff, And my timeline is lit. Enjoy it while it's here. All right, that was my last words of the day. I was just a little upset, man. They don't be liking my posts, you know what I mean? All right, let's get up out of here. DJ OG, are you serious, Dez? Man, Reggie, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Yo, happy birthday, brother. I love you. Yo, I love you so much, Reg.
Love y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all. Peace out.
You start singing, I'm hanging up.
Yo, nigga, lot lizards.
I was about to get it, then I just left it alone.
We don't
Stay away, nigga. Lot lizards.
All right, I love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye.